Yeah, that must be it right over there. I think this is about as far off trail as I want to go. There's no continuing trail through the rhododendron. I'm going to leave it be. Along the river shore, if I come to a rhododendron that's impassable, years ago I already bushwhacked a trail through the impassable section. All right, that must be it. As you can see, a little bit of brighter light at the top of the tree. It's that one right there. All right, so another day, I'll come here. We'll see how the sun sets here in a second. Sunset today is what, 5:15 or something? It is 4:04. $5:22 sunset today. So we're getting a little bit of sunlight coming through the clouds, hitting the tall trees. Youghiogheny River, Ohiopyle State Park. Right off of Great Gorge Trail is the spectacular white pine, which you can remember to think about when you're at the Cucumber Rapids boulder field. And you're in the boulder field looking downstream and you see that one pine that sort of sticks out above the canopy. That's that one right out there. I'll verify that with a drone someday. That'll be one of my drone projects. I think this is the first berm. There's two berms. This rise here of trail, I call that a berm, or like a levee. We're walking upstream on the Great Gorge Trail now towards Cucumber Falls parking lot where we parked. And we'll count. If there's another berm, is this the first or the second berm where the great big white pine tree is right over there, which you can see from Cucumber Rapids, which is way upstream up there, 400 yards. Yeah. Okay, I think we solved it. It's just a white pine that's cheating. Because it's right on the edge of the cliff. Gives it appearance of being higher, but it's not that. It's just way up on the top of the cliffs. Cliffs that are above Youghiogheny River. I know when I hike the river shore, which I love to do, it takes a lot of energy though. It takes me getting in shape for a month or two and then I can do the hike. It's a 3 or 4 hour hike. Completely exhausted when I get to the end. When I hike along the river shore, then you notice all the, like you look across the horizon over there, you see all those pines that stick up. Well, that pine that we were looking for today, for our hike today, to find that pine, it's right at that berm. Get to the middle of the berm and then just walk down a little bit. And you'll notice that the light is lighter at the top of that tree because it sticks up a little bit further than the others. In the summertime, I've seen this area get a whole crop of special plants. And I've seen these women collecting the plant leaves. I wonder if they're going to cook something special with them. But I think the plants grow over and over. It's a beautiful little area for plants to grow. I don't know what that one's called. That should be called something. It's got a double big cul-de-sac going underneath the trail here. Those leftover concrete things have been there all the time I've hiked here. Okay, this down trail here leads you down to Youghiogheny Rapids. Great Gorge Trail, and that's one of the key little trails that takes you down to Youghiogheny Rapids. If you're coming from the direction from back there through the forest on the other side of the river is the Ferncliff parking lot. Ferncliff parking lot takes you across High Bridge. High Bridge takes you on the Great Gorge Trail up to where we are. And you pass that berm. I think it's going to be your second berm when you're coming from High Bridge. You got this little down trail here that takes you down to Youghiogheny. Takes you down to Youghiogheny Rapids and the Youghiogheny Rapids boulder field. And it's called Youghiogheny Rapids because if you keep going on the Great Gorge Trail here, you eventually run into Youghiogheny Falls. Youghiogheny Falls is just the falls which falls over a big ledge on the Youghiogheny Run, which is a pretty big stream, whatever you call that. And that Youghiogheny Run stream goes into the Youghiogheny River. And then starting at that point, that's where the Youghiogheny Rapids begin. And then all that racket right down there, that's the Youghiogheny Rapids boulder field. That's where we started our hike today. And we're looking up at the big white pine tree, which I think we found. I'm pretty confident that's it. These white pines do stick up a little bit. This first one here is not it. It was that second one, which was at that berm. And I'm thinking that's going to be the first berm when you're walking from Youghiogheny Falls parking lot. It would be the second berm if you're walking up river from High Bridge. That's the road right up there. So sometimes you feel like, well, you get a little bit spooked. You think you're way out in nature. You're really not. Got this road, got this trail, parking lot. You're right on top of these really spectacular, easily reached natural wonders here in the park. all these chopped up pieces of tree. Those are the trees that have fallen across the Great Gorge Trail over the years and decades, and park guys, they chop them up. All right, so to find the big tall pine tree, which you see when you're standing at the Cucumber Rapids boulder field and looking downstream, and it's on the left shore when you're looking downstream and you're standing at Cucumber Rapids boulder field, the big pine that sticks up all above the rest is locatable easily from the Great Gorge Trail, starting at the Cucumber Falls parking lot, and you walk that way and get to the first big berm on your right. In the middle of the berm, there's a little bit of opening there, and you can clamber down safely, and I would call it anticlimactic